And we are back. Welcome back to Flirt FM's favourite radio show, Real Talk. The greatest show to ever be created for this station and the greatest show to ever be created for the station continually. There will be no topping this.
Dead right. This is it, guys. This is as good as it gets.
This is peak. We are all about to go down from here.
I've already started spiraling downwards into depression.
Yeah. Well,
but now we're coming to you every week.
Every week.
Which is very nice.
This is our first off-week episode.
Yes.
Very
nice. Which now is just on week, I suppose.
So that intro song was Hobo Johnson.
Yeah, Sex
and City, one fantastic song.
Fantastic song by a performer who was playing last night in Dublin with an artist that we featured last week, Oliver Tree. And luckily me and Seán were lucky enough to be there. So we're kind of shamelessly just now playing songs from the gig we were at last night.
Just to get a little bit of nostalgia going.
I'm also wearing a hoodie as merch.
So
it's a great night.
Before we do anything, Claudia, how are you?
I'm good. Nothing really changed since last week.
Do you want to talk about snow? Because there is snow this
Claudia
week.
was very excited about the snow.
Very excited about the snow.
And there was a 3-minute portion of last week's show, but decided to talk about snow for some reason, even though there was no snow. But now there is snow. Hopefully it's something really enlightening for us.
Yeah, I was in a library today and then kind of working away and then just looking to the side and it was snowing. And I kind of felt like really comfy and comfortable.
Absolutely.
Cozy.
Enlightening.
We think we should do a section every week where Claudia just fills us in on the weather.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
News and weather, that's what I'm
Then
good
she can
for.
also spend about 6 minutes of the show telling us about a weird thing that she saw in a
she
movie.
found one scene of weird.
Yeah.
That was another great part.
Probably the highlight of last week's show.
It's true. I thought last week's show was pretty good, but oh my God, there was a lot of Claudia in it.
Which was my resolution,
Dead
my
right.
goal.
And you killed it.
Dead
so
right.
fair
Thank
play
you.
to
You're killing it.
You're killing it.
I think Rob is just not used to not being the number one.
No, I'm just not used to,
Rob is not
women.
used to a strong female lead.
Dead right.
It needs more strong female leads. So.
They should replace both of us
On
with
that
strong
note,
female leads.
later on the show, we will be talking about The Favourite, which of course is pretty much all female leads.
Oh, will we?
Yeah, well, I've seen it. So last week we had no real insightful commentary on it. We just kind of went off on Black Klansman and Black Panther, as we were definitely well qualified to do.
Yeah,
but
highly educated in that field.
Yeah, absolutely. So for this week, Claudia,
yes,
what do we do in our show?
So we're going to start off with. We still don't have a name for this segment, but let's call it Rob's Conniptions because that's what it was. Basically, Rob is going to have a short description of a movie and it's going to be vague and not exact. I said vague twice now.
Yeah, dead right.
And Seán and I, have to guess which movie it is.
Yeah.
Part of me misses when she had a script.
Week,
because I'm looking at her now as she tries to put the words together in her head.
And when she had a script, every week we were like, oh my God, she's reading that.
I can never make it right.
That's I
can never make it right. And like last week, I lost. And Seán won.
Yeah, it was catastrophic.
He's the winner. He's the best.
That's what would have happened.
Well, it was his first time winning because he used to always lose to me. But
anyway,
at the same time,
you talked about Rob now.
Yes.
For like 10 minutes.
Not really.
Talk about yourself.
And then my thing is going to be news. So I have a couple of news lines that I gathered together from the web.
Wow.
And we're going to discuss them. A couple of them which I'm really excited, like actually the first one that we're going to talk about, I'm actually really excited about and very passionate about.
Give us a little sneak preview.
Great. No, I don't want to know any sneak previews.
Oh, you don't want to know?
No, I'm excited for
I think it's nice to kind of forecast it, but no.
And afterwards we're going to talk about The Favourite, hopefully, if we don't go on a tangent and don't have time for that.
We'll shut you down long before you go on a tangent, Claudia, don't worry.
Okay.
And then what's going to happen after that?
So it's, fun fact, it's Barack's and Michelle's favourite section, as we already said last week. And it's going to be Rose's Riddles every week because like it's our selling point on the show.
This Michelle and Barack bit is going to
I actually have a fun bit of trivia about Michelle and Barack this week.
Yeah.
So I got Audible because every YouTuber has been pushing Audible to me.
And you've been listening to Michelle's book?
No, I accidentally used my one free token on Michelle Obama's autobiography. Which didn't want it really, so have it now. That was my one free token.
You shouldn't say that on the show that she's listening to, but okay.
Michelle, I love you, but I as I said to you when you were writing the book, give it another year before you do this. People aren't ready for Michelle Obama's autobiography. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my fun Obama's fact for the week.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Because what would you have sold it on? Or
I'm putting both of you guys back on scripts. I'm just going to write it out well.
I never had a script.
I know.
Me neither.
I'm always just freeballing.
I know.
Here.
If you're determined to
I'm
go
like
with
the
this
Eminem.
Michelle,
I'm
I
like the
know
Eminem of radio.
What would have been the book?
Probably Pet Cemetery. Stephen King.
Mother of God. Well, how are you, everyone? Will we just bang on?
I think we'll just bang on.
Lovely
Claudia, what are we
stuff.
up to?
No,
We've just done that.
So
We're well, I normally
Clearly,
say that.
Seán has
okay.
never
I
had
should
a
say
script.
that.
So,
because
guys,
normally Claudia then does her conniptions, but you're going to do it.
Dead
So
right.
what I should say is, Rob, what are you up to?
Thanks for saying that. Someone definitely needed to say it. So, I have once again 4 films and a bonus 5th for you this week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm going to read out my description. At the end of it, I'm going to give each of you 3 seconds to think about it, okay? Because I don't want it to
Right.
be a total race. And then I'm going to let you both, on the count of go, say what film you think it is, and we'll see what answers you have.
Okay,
So
so let me
you're
ask
gonna-
questions because I kind of wasn't listening to you there.
Okay, I'm going to read out the descriptions. Let's do it again.
Well, no. Let
What's
me
your
just
question?
ask the questions.
Yeah. What's your question?
Can I shout it across you when you're reading?
No.
Right. So how do I win?
By getting more films correct than Claudia.
But if we're both going to go at the same time, we could just give our answer at the same... Don't be winking at me. We could just give our answer at the exact same time and then it's a draw.
I don't think
Are you
Claudia's
gonna
English is good
do
enough for that.
like?
Go ahead,
Are you
Claudia.
gonna put up your hand and then do 1, 2,
I'm going
3?
to finish reading my description and then I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, go. And you're both going to...
So we go on go.
I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, name the film. And then you both
Oh, wait. So,
say the name of it.
so we're going on name the film now.
Yeah.
Go is not being said.
Go won't be said.
Right. Did you get that, Claudia? Go is not being
If
said.
I do say go, don't go. Wait till I say name the film.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Dead right.
Sorry, this is funny.
A grumpy old man
Oh, we're starting?
is turned bitter
We have started.
and seeks solitude after losing his wife.
I already
While
messed up.
taking extreme measures to achieve this rest, he is followed by a ne'er-do-well boy. An adventure unfolds as they meet Doug, who is eager to talk with them. 3, 2, 1. Name
Lord
the
of the
film.
Rings.
Up.
Up.
Up?
Up.
I was like, what the hell is this?
And with the film being Up, you've seen Up, Claudia, have you?
A little bit.
You haven't seen it. That's what that means.
I was
With-
kind of like, I was so nervous that I wasn't really listening.
No worries.
And
That's
then,
a great plan.
Yeah, and I got
You'll go
really
far.
scared. And then I heard Old Man, and then they meet Doug, and I was like, is this like a fantasy movie?
Well, you better be ready. By the way, I don't know how in the name of God you got Lord of the Rings from that, but great guess.
Whoops.
This week's theme is mentors. So it's a lot of younger boys and older men. When I say it like that, it has slightly off ring to it. But the
No,
theme in all of these
no.
films is mentor figures. After seeing being at a gig last night where a guy just complained about his father for
Okay, you've really
No.
focused on that point, and I've heard you say that 3 times.
Yeah.
But the only
4
reason...
songs.
No.
4 songs, yeah.
2 songs, but 1 song he had to do twice because the audio cut
And
out,
one
so
had
it
a-
looked like 3.
Okay, so that looked like 3, but there was also an interlude where he kept on going on. Like, he tied everything back to his dad.
He talked about his dad in between the 2 songs, which kind of made sense.
No, he
I
did it
think the
multiple times.
audience
Doesn't matter.
and
Dead right,
me
Claudia. Dead
don't
right.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's only 2 about.
So I'm
We're
gonna
arguing about it.
So we'll move on.
No point.
Yeah,
a
I don't know
moot
why-
point, as
y-
Joey Tribbiani would
Now,
say.
Lorraine and George are looking forward to their high school prom when a mysterious new boy in town catches Lorraine's eye. He saves George from being hit by a car and then also helps them deal with a bully problem that they have. He then invents rock and roll and leaves their lives for quite a long time. 3, 2, 1. Name the
Back to
film.
the Future.
2.
Back to the Future 1.
Damn.
I
Oh,
won.
Sean, you could have given
The
less
second one is
information there.
the second.
The second one is to
the
the future. Is
yes.
actually to the future, where Biff found the sports almanac, and he there's the shoes.
Oh, yeah.
And that's number 2.
and like
then
the
3 is
mother
Cowboys.
of, and the mother of
You're dead
Michael
right.
J. Fox is
Yes,
married to Biff.
yes, she is indeed. So that's 1 each. So far it's a draw. It's high noon.
Oh, thank God.
When Dick has to learn on his new job from a more experienced mentor, he can't believe how hard some customers are to deal with. One's awfully two-faced, and the other never gives a straight answer, always resorting to riddles. 3, 2, 1.
Batman Begins.
No answer.
Batman and Robin.
Oh!
Sorry,
What did
excuse
you
me.
say?
That's a mistake. That's not Batman and Robin. That's actually Batman Forever. The one with Two-Face and the Riddler.
Yeah, well, at least I knew it was Batman.
Well,
I
you
just
got
didn't know
Batman
the
at
right.
least. Yeah.
So I'm going to give myself a half point there.
Well, I'm not going to give it to you, but you can give it to yourself if you like.
Well, I got Batman, so I'm going to give
Okay.
myself half a point.
All right.
Find me IRL if you think you're going to take that away from me.
No worries. On the run from his father's oppression, a young man finds tutelage from a wise older mentor, recommended to him by his previous one. After training, he gets baited into joining his friends and meeting his father. His dad punishes him for messing about, and things get out of hand. 3, 2, 1. Name the film.
Is it Karate Kid? No.
Karate Kid from Claudia. Seán?
No idea.
Give you a few seconds here for a guess. Do you want to throw one in?
Yeah, I should throw one in. Annie.
Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. What a weird way
Awful.
of describing that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to,
I think
Well,
if
like, yeah,
you,
no, it's good.
Yeah,
Anakin gets his hand chopped off by Darth Vader. Name the film. 3,
yeah.
The bonus film this week, currently tied at 1-1.
Well, hold on a second now.
Well, that's why we have a bonus film. To
I've
break
got 1.5.
ties. Well, we'll see about that.
So I'm on top here. 1.5.
So-
One ahead of you. Half ahead
The
of
fifth film,
I'm rolling my eyes for everyone not seeing this.
this film is about a boy. 3, 2, 1. Name the film.
you.
About a boy.
Okay, so it's 2 each.
Well, I'm 1.5.
Well, you don't have a half.
I do have a half because I said Batman, all right?
No.
So that's half because I
I
knew what
think
it was.
Rob
have to
is
call,
the master of
seeing
this
as it's my segment, I'm going to have to
segment?
call.
Wait, is that the end of it now?
That's the end of it. That was the 4 in the bonus.
Dirt.
I am going in for shaking hands. Making
No, I think you both had a good effort this week. I tried to make them a bit harder than last week.
He shook my hand.
Unfortunately,
say
you both
that I
got the
won.
bonus one of About a Boy. You can say that, but that doesn't make it true.
Because
I'll
Rob
let
and
our-
I know
I'll
you
let our
didn't
audience
win.
describe. Text us in now on... Claudia, what's your mobile number?
You can
Text
text
whatever.
me if you're listening. That's 086 9090920. Or you can text me on my old phone that I used to have in primary school, 085 1188 488. It's not my number anymore, but it might belong to an old lady called Jenny.
Actually, do you know what you could do? Text 51552 because that's RD's competition number. So just text
They'd be delighted to hear
51552 if you think I won. Just say Seán won, and that's it. They'll understand. They'll pass the message along to me eventually.
With that, that's the end of the first segment of the show. I think we're going to hop over to a song now, guys. This one was recommended by Claudia.
Yay.
It's by Pish, and it's called Compromised.
And we're back. Took that line from the one and only Seán.
I don't like that she now does that.
You always say that.
It's
and
always
we're
my
back.
thing after this song, you know? But anyway, Claudia, go on.
Okay,
Do your
now
thing.
we're coming to the news bit of the show. I'm kind of thinking about no, okay, it's fine. Let's just keep. No, I was
What's
thinking
going
about.
on?
I was kind of
I
thinking
tuned out
about
for 5
taking
minutes.
the segment that I'm most excited about for the last one, but then maybe we don't have time for all of them, so we're just gonna start
We've already
with the best
spoken
one.
about the flow of the show. It's a clunky enough show as it is. We're all very heavy-handed, and we think this is the best format for it.
I am officially shoeless, so I am very ready to do whatever's going on.
Okay, so let's start. So there was a trailer released.
Yeah.
Of the movie called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. And it kind of started like a weird, let's say, drama a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It has a sexy Zac Efron playing sexy Ted
Bundy.
Very nice.
yes.
Sexily.
Strange. I meant to watch that trailer 9 times. I kept opening YouTube and IMDb and being like, I'm going to watch these. Mm-hmm. Then I never did.
When I saw the absolute title gore that it was, like that awful name.
But like I don't like the
I thought it was like a
title.
fake trailer or something. I didn't think it was a real film. I
Yeah.
saw the title. I was like, this is someone's project, or it's not a Hollywood production.
This reminds me of the title of Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh, God.
What would you
'Cause,
say is the
it's
weirdest part of
Not
that film,
going back to
Claudia?
Crazy Stupid
I think the
Love.
weirdest part of it is that that Zac Efron plays Ted Bundy. I mean, Ted Bundy was always kind of like in...
I genuinely meant that as a joke. Like, what's the weirdest part? Because I thought you'd do the crazy stupid love rant again.
Oh,
but
no.
you took that seriously in your nerd. No, very, very
Okay.
good. Very good.
No.
You just glossed over my sarcasm.
Because it
Yeah, that's fine.
like
But
it
tell
was
us about
always,
the craziest part of this film. What's it called again? name is
extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile.
Great name.
So
That's a
anyways,
mouthful.
Terrific.
I just think it's weird because that they chose Zac Efron. You know, like he's very handsome. He's very handsome in this movie as well. and Ted Bundy was always said to be like a very like handsome man, but never like, oh, he's so beautiful and everything. He was just looking like, he was not looking like what was it? I always forget the name. Manson. What's his first name? Charles Manson. He doesn't look like Charles Manson, who doesn't look like
I think Claudia's saying
appealing.
that she finds Charles Manson attractive.
No, I'm not saying that.
They should have gotten in Seth Rogen to play Ted Bundy.
What I'm getting from what Claudia's saying
killing people
is
I just think it's weird that
Ted Bundy was a 6, right? And Zac Efron's like a solid 9 or 10. So what you're saying is Zac Efron's just too handsome to play.
Yeah, but also like why let like the trailer was kind of like cut so that it wasn't really saying, oh, Ted Bundy, he was such a horrible person, but more so like, ooh, look at him going, you know? Oh, look at him being like very confident.
It plays it off as this man is a family man who is a kind of a dark secret.
Yeah.
It plays it off for suspense.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not so, oh, he's the well-known serial killer and this is his story.
Well, I suppose that would be more of almost a documentary.
But there already is a documentary. Why is it about Ted Bundy that now everything is about him? We have the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix that came out. So that's already about him.
Because white people are obsessed with murder.
It's also because when you make something and it's popular, people want to make more of it.
But
so
the Ted Bundy show only came out.
Ted Bundy content.
They came out at the same time, though.
I think people right now are just obsessed with murder. I mean, we had that Making a Murder. We had that other one about the bomb collar guy. Yeah, Evil Genius.
Which was very good, though.
We had those two. There's a bunch of things out right now about murder and crime, and people are just riding a wave of crime right now.
But it's kind of different, though.
I'm still watching The Wire.
Good.
Okay. It's just kind of weird, like, how it glorifies it. Because, like, those documentaries, they're very often, like, just very focused on the victims. Mm-hmm. But this one is like more so like, oh, look at Ted Bundy, like, and the victims are just like not even mentioned that much.
Idris Elba he might not make a great James Bond, but Ted Bundy.
I think he's too old. I'm kidding. Idris Elba was probably the best option.
I think there was also another serial killer thing, the house that Jack built, with I forgot the guy's name. It was meant to be really, really good. The house that Jack built. I just have absolutely no information, and I'm out of my depth talking about it. So, there's that. But there's a good few serial killer films out recently, actually. There was another one I'm trying to think of.
There's a lot of them. There's also a lot of murder podcasts.
Yeah, true crimey things. Stuff.
I mean, that was
even
a lot of the basis of Halloween.
In the new Halloween as well, that's the whole kind of sub-theme is, kind of true crime reporters and podcasters trying to angle in on actual events and kind of just getting in everyone's way.
But I think one thing is like kind of being very interested and kind of intrigued by murder and kind of... just like it's like why are we watching horror films? Why do we want to be scared? It's because it's like something intriguing and we want to feel something different. And like that's fine in my eyes as long as you're like putting down the facts and as long as you're not painting the person that did the killing in a different picture.
Is there something intriguing about this whole notion of kind of falling in love with the danger of a killer, or something intriguing about kind of thinking, God, I might think he was a nice person, or he.
But like we shouldn't kind of perpetuate that. There are already people that call themselves Columbiners, that are like following religiously the life of like those shooters.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, the name of the title does make it very clear that he's not,
but like, I mean, extremely wicked, shockingly evil.
I mean,
vile.
Exactly,
I think they're all a bit dirty.
Yeah, I think they live up to sort of the evilness of the deeds. I don't think there's anything pleasant.
I feel like
or romantic
kind
about
of
that title.
Feels like they're just milking the loss of other people.
At the end of the day, it is a commercial product. I think they're trying to make a film that will just appeal to people and get people into a cinema to be seen. And I think it's important as well to note we haven't seen the film. It's an edited trailer. If you edit a trailer of just slow cuts of him stabbing or killing people, it's going to be very boring.
I think Claudia's basically just talking now about her first assumptions from the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also like what
the job of that
trailer kind of set off,
Mm-hmm. But I agree that there is obviously kind of a wave at the minute of kind of twisted appreciation for these people who've done these dark acts. And it's becoming very prevalent in sort of cinema and TV. But I think at the end of the day, with regards to this particular one, I'd want to see the full thing before I see its real angle on it. I think the trailer certainly does a good job in getting people talking about it by how unshocking it is. and how it does exactly what a trailer is meant to do: pique your interest and get you thinking. Surely that's not the angle they're taking in the whole thing. God, I'd love to see if they actually, make him out to be if they dehumanize him and make him out to be an absolute monster, or if they stick with pretty boy Zac Efron doing his shtick, walking around, being a family man.
I think it was kind of like maybe like a little bit for me too much for me as well, because like I had just finished You, which is also about somebody who is like a killer, and like and is also like I would say handsome. So it was just that, and like loads of people that were watching You on Netflix, they were all like the main character is called Joe, and so many people were saying, oh, they really like Joe, and like they're rooting for him, kind of. You feel like you want to root for him, but at the same time you like hold yourself back and you're like,
you feel attached
what?
to this character.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm not sure that I would like to watch the movie, but I'll see. Maybe there are like some sneak peeks.
An interesting conversation about people's obsession with death and how like what breaches the line of like too far.
What goes from morbid fascination to fetish?
Yeah, fetish and more and like
but also like kind of painting a picture that's not realistic.
Well,
like kind of like
fetishization, really.
Yeah,
because like how I saw the trailer was like they were not really showing it in a way that was kind of portraying it as like, oh, this was a horrible thing Ted did. But
at the same time, I suppose it's not really a documentary, but
I think that might have been the most civil, well-structured conversation this entire radio show has ever had. So fair play to us.
I'm not
very
good.
Good.
Pat myself in the back just yet, but I'll take it coming from
I'm
you.
patting you on the back.
Thank you.
Fair play to ye, fair play to me, and fair play to us.
Thanks everyone for listening to that. If you found that dreadfully boring, do let us know. Once again, 085 1188 488. That's the number.
Also, that's boring to 51552. That was good, Claudia.
Yes.
Give us a good shout there.
Should I give you one that's kind of related, or should I give you one that's kind of...
This is your section.
Give us whatever you want.
Okay.
Go to town with this one.
Okay, so there is a first concept out for a Tom and Jerry live action movie.
That is scary sounding.
Just to continue on the morbid obsession, like death thing.
Yes.
The last episode of Tom and Jerry that was ever aired, it ends with Tom and Jerry killing themselves on a train track.
No.
Yep.
Tom and Jerry both.
Yeah, they both sit down on a train track and you can hear a train in the distance coming towards them, and they're both just depressed because they were both like broken up with by their partners, essentially.
That is dark.
Oh yeah, no, super dark. It's on YouTube. You can look up like the last, like the Tom and Jerry ending, and it's very dark and very strange.
Yeah.
So I hope the live action continues on from that point, or starts a little back and like I don't want to see that.
Them rising up from the dead.
Before the
no, I think like maybe they get off the track and they kind of go back to being oh look, he's a mouse and he's a cat.
I don't know how they're going to do like Acme hammers and pianos in live action.
I want them to drop a piano on a cat.
Yeah, I think there's some merit to wanting to see that. I don't necessarily think the cat would enjoy that.
You know the bit where Tom sticks the gun in the hole in the wall and then it like comes back out the top and he shoots himself in the head.
Yeah.
I want that would be
Live
wouldn't that be
action.
meant
Did
to
it
see that
actually
with a live
happen,
cat?
or are you thinking of Itchy and Scratchy?
No, that's an episode in like a bit of Tom and Jerry.
That's
There,
crazy.
he puts the gun into a hole to shoot Jerry, and then like Jerry pushes the gun back out up the top through through a hole.
Okay, yeah.
And Tom fires the gun, so he shoots himself in the
That's
head.
crazy. Well, anyways,
I'd love to see a really bad. There's tons of awful like B films. They're all horror films that have to do with like cats and stuff. And whenever they have an explosion or they have the monster, being killed or blown up or whatever they're doing, it cuts to like what's clearly like a stuffed cat, or a toy or like a prop. I'd love to see scenes of like clearly fake like prop animals just being demolished by different things, and then cutting back to an actual animal like running around totally healthy, obviously. But
We're not
that's
advocating
hilarious. No, exactly.
No. Real talk.
The only thing that would be funny is the fact that it would be clearly a fake animal.
Yeah.
Just very poorly edited.
But that sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, anyways, there was like a picture was posted on Twitter by one of the employees, or like one of the main people working on it, and it had Jennifer Lawrence on the picture, and then
Jennifer Lawrence,
and then Tom and Jerry animated in, but like she's not connected to the movie. but the movie is going to have like a female lead.
So Jennifer Lawrence. That's Jennifer Lawrence, yeah.
So it's going to be kind of like Smurfs, like the Smurfs live action movie.
Oh, God.
God, that's mental.
Dire.
Oh, so the animals might be animated, but it'll be with...
Who's asking for this?
That's even worse.
Oh, that's dire.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, although actually, what I was thinking of full live-action Tom and Jerry.
No.
Yeah, you see, you could have stopped us at any time when we were talking about that.
Well, I don't want to interrupt.
That's okay. So. Well, you're never interrupting, Claudia.
The film doesn't actually have Jennifer Lawrence in it.
No,
it
that's
says
what I was saying.
That's who they wanted, but they do want a strong female lead.
Which is good. But yeah,
strong female lead. You could go for that, Claudia.
Yes. Let's move on. I don't really like Tom and Jerry. So.
No worries.
So
I'm trying to get you a gig here, but no worries.
So there will be a reboot or like a spiritual sequel.
Never a good start.
Of the 1992 horror movie Candyman, if you know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was revealed that I don't know how to say that name, but like Lakeith Stanfield, who previously starred in the comedy Sorry to Bother You. He played the main guy. And also had a smaller role in Get Out. You know, the guy with with the hat. What do you call it? The hay hat. And it said that he would play like the main person, not Candyman, but the main the protagonist. Yeah. Yes. And
Candyman films are awesome.
They wanted to get the person that played in Candyman in the original one, but it's not. They probably
He'd be pretty old now.
Yeah, they probably get somebody like a new one, a new person.
Jordan Peele's producing it.
Yeah.
But they're saying that like the what's his name? I wrote it down. But the guy who played Candyman in the old version, he probably will be in the movie just as something, but not as Candyman itself.
Have you guys seen the old Candyman films?
No.
I've seen the 1992 one, so the original one.
The first.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they're really cool. I don't think I've seen all of them. I know I've seen the first and the second.
But I only watched half of it. Whoops.
Okay, so once again, you haven't seen the film, but that's fine.
Yes. But I know what it is about. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
but I'm looking forward to that
really
one.
Cool kind of like...
Because Lakeith is like a good actor, I feel. Like.
B-rate slasher film. They're really, really good. I'd be interested in seeing a remake of that. And Jordan Peele producing, he has obviously good kind of horror background to him. And even Sorry to Bother You,
yeah.
Had weird kind of horror elements worked in midway through.
It's a dystopian comedy.
Dead right, Claudia. That's some great buzzwords.
I would really like to watch Sorry to Bother You.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
Oh, we'll definitely watch it at some point. It's very good. It's really, really good. I brought my mom to see it.
Then the next one that's going to be very nostalgic is that the Toy Story 4 poster and teaser is out.
And Little Bo Peep is on one of the posters.
Yes.
Was that teaser not out like a month ago?
Then there are like new posters are out.
Oh, they had like a Key and Peele little skit with Tom and Jerry.
Are you tying together all the news stories we've had so far? Because we've mentioned Tom and Jerry and Key and Peele so far. So
did I say Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
I meant Buzz and Woody. That's the main character of Toy Story. No, they had this little like skit with
what was it? One of their chauffeurs. You know the guys who they do standing outside the building. The chauffeurs.
What? No, they were like two little plushies talking about Toy Story.
Very cute.
And then Buzz and Woody walk up and talk to them. It's actually very funny.
Oh, nice.
I think I'm getting that right.
I'd be looking forward to I thought Toy Story 3 was kind of a nice ending, but I suppose there's still crazy amounts of money to be made.
Yeah.
And who am I to say that
so it will take off where the third one ends, basically, where like...
Yeah, which is
with the new owner
of the story. So let's start it up again. Fair play to them.
Yeah.
And Little Bo Peep looks like she might be getting a more prominent role. She's on one of the posters. Mm-hmm. I can't say I know too much about her. Let's be real. I know she was having trouble finding her sheep, I think it was.
Yeah, I think but now she has like something...
Didn't know where to find them.
Yeah. But I think now she has like a new kind of energy to her, because like how they were explaining it is that like she kind of... I don't know how they were explaining it, but like they were saying that she now has like a new attitude, kind of.
Oh, Bo Peep with an attitude.
So when is Toy Story being released then? Toy Story 4 next year, is it?
Yeah.
Or is it this year?
It didn't say that in the article, so I think it's still in the like.
Okay, because I'm looking at I wanted to see if I was actually right. It is. There's a little skit with Key and Peele and on YouTube, and I was just looking at the comments there, and this one comment says Toy Story 1 did not exist, Toy Story 2 did not exist, Toy Story 3 7 years old, Toy Story 4 I'll be 16 years old. So I guess he's talking about how old he was when the movies came out. But I think did not exist is a really weird to say. You weren't born yet.
You've kind of lost me in this. Who was this talking about?
I'm just reading YouTube comments now.
Oh.
Okay, we're not... Just
Who
to
cares?
get back to it, I think little Bo Peep, I know she lost her sheep and she didn't know where to find them.
Yes, and now she has kind of like a new
attitude
and like a new
The
like
one bit
role,
of advice
you know?
I would have for her would be, if you leave them alone, they'll come home and wagging their tails behind them.
Very good
I really
advice.
wish you'd stop making
The nursery rhyme? I've just said the full nursery rhyme. But no one. Claudia's just looking at me dead-eyed. It's like she
the
doesn't
joke
even...
was kind of like, haha, like when you first said it.
Yeah, but I had to finish it because I had to look up the lyrics to the...
Did you actually Google the lyrics?
I've had to search it up because I don't
Let's
remember
move
all
on.
the nursery rhymes.
So there will be a Invisible Man remake. So
delighted.
I think it was 34 or something like
You
that.
could be making up years, Claudia, for all I know, to be completely honest with you.
So I think,
The
but it's like it was
original
in the 30s when I think the original Invisible Man was made.
Okay, lovely.
Which I really, really liked. And so
Did you see half of it, or did you see the full thing? Or were you unable to see him?
I have it on DVD, and I watched the whole thing. I think it was twice. So the update is that they got a new director, and Johnny Depp is no longer part of the movie, but he has the option to return. But like because they thought,
I mean, it's a voiceover for most of it, so
it
must be pretty easy to switch out that actor.
What do you mean?
Why don't they
You
just
can't see him, Claudia. He's invisible.
But like I don't know if he's going to play the Invisible Man, or is
I know,
he?
but I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, because there was
I'm just saying you could pretty easily recast the Invisible
Why
Man.
do they keep rebooting films? Why don't you just make
because
new
they don't
movies?
have any new ideas. I don't know.
I mean,
because
most of your news today was reboots.
But we've heard about
and
the
stuff.
Invisible Man remake a good while ago. This is part of. You remember The Mummy with Tom Cruise running around
Yes.
Oh, God.
They want
everywhere? It
this-
was basically Mission Impossible, but with a chick in a few bandages.
Yeah, there was this.
That was the start of, you know, Marvel of their cinematic universe, and then DC want one.
Yeah.
This is the dark cinematic universe.
Yes.
It's all these horror creatures.
But then this doesn't exist anymore. They kind of stopped kind of working towards.
Do they?
This.
Well, I mean, they're still making another one of the films from it.
Do you think the Sinister Six will be the next Marvel spin-off?
I have no idea.
Because I watched back over the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer,
Uh-huh.
and there's 5 out of the 6 Sinister Six in it, if I'm correct in that. The only one I didn't see is Doc Ock.
You see Vulture in it again?
I'm pretty no. Well, Vulture's not really dead, so they couldn't necessarily like bring him back.
I know, yeah, but I'm just saying you didn't see him in the trailer. I think I was talking to someone in Film Talk about it. You know Duncan.
Yeah.
And I was saying, because I want to make sure none of the viewers know Duncan, so I hope you're really enjoying
He's
that.
one of our OCMs.
Text Duncan to 515.
Text who is Duncan? That's 0851188
I feel like there's a strong possibility we will get a Sinister Six because it was tried in like the 80s and it kind of like it flopped before it was even
they
started
had,
filming.
and their plan, I think, in the Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man's was to set up the Sinister Six, but I know we have Mysterio, obviously by Jake Gyllenhaal in these new ones. But when I asked Duncan, I said, "Is that Hydro? Do you think?" I think he said it's the Elementals, which is a group I'd never heard of.
Neither have I.
Yeah, that wouldn't be in my sort of Spider-Man pool of knowledge.
Very good. Anyway, Claudia.
That's the Spider-Man.
And then I have
trailer.
a last one.
Oh, one last one. Yeah.
A very last one. If we have time, or do we not
Go
have
for
time?
it, Claudia.
Okay. So as it was revealed, so there is a script being written for a female Fast and the Furious spin-off, as you might have
Oh,
heard.
Jesus Christ.
So it's, but the main writers are all females as well.
The Fast and the Femalius.
But the writers that are involved are actually very successful, and they wrote scripts for things like Captain Marvel, and they're still developing Black Widow, and Tomb Raider, and Chaos Walking.
Well, those are all women.
And they've all like formed a production company known Universe, and where they developed like the project. So it's like good
who's asking
writers.
for female-only Fast and Furious? Who's asking for more Fast and the Furious in the first place?
But they're like multiple Fast and the Furious spin-offs.
Yeah, and
I think there's one like released. I think like
Wait,
this
there are
year,
other
like very soon.
Fast and the Furious spin-offs?
Yes.
They're spinning off the goddamn thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it
Oh,
Tokyo
God.
Drift felt like a spin-off. I know it was in the
Was
whole...
was the first one not... Or was that the second? Was it Tokyo Drift?
That's the second, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
I like Tokyo. It's Fast and Furious. The entire franchise is just a
But
pile
it wasn't
of
really a
garbage. It's
spin-off,
just a big
because it was just a
steaming pile
second
of
film,
garbage.
because there was no running,
Yeah.
it's just a different film. And then with 3, they were like, all right, the money's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Now it's a
Crazy.
all-female one.
I mean,
Yeah.
so long as they have some unique perspective or story to tell.
Yeah.
So long as it's just not another.
I think that was the
absolute cash-in.
problem with that Oceans reboot. Is it was like Oceans?
It was effectively
Ocean's
pointless.
8? No,
It was like Ocean's
11.
11, the exact same
Yeah.
script, just with women.
There's something interesting about switching women into a story and seeing how that can change perspective, see how that can enable you to tell maybe different stories. There is
But you gotta
very
do
little
that.
point
Yeah.
in just retelling a story all over again and having it just be with women. There's no. It's just it's only lip service
Yeah.
to the idea of sort of
Bringing more women into the industry.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about telling actual unique and interesting stories that have to deal with women, and not just
Yeah, exactly.
being like
Yeah.
all those characters you loved, they're women now.
Yeah.
And I mean, if people want to pay to go see that, they're completely entitled to, and people are entitled to make it. But I just don't think it makes for very interesting art.
Why not just make a women-only sort of a car heist movie? Why does it have to be a Fast and the Furious?
I think
Well,
because
that's
if
already
you-
brand recognition.
Yeah.
That I don't mind.
If you
It's
tie
already
into
established.
Fast and I feel like there's
I wouldn't want
there's
my-
more to do, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind it too much. As long as it's interesting, I'll kind of
Like,
hold back
there's
judgment.
nothing-
I'll wait till I see a cringy trailer, and then I'll.
I think there's
No, I'll go
nothing
full-
wrong
full
about
out
there's nothing wrong about the spin-off per se, but like if it's done badly, as
Yeah.
most spin-offs are,
It's this idea
then-
of just
then
let's
it
just-
becomes a problem.
It sounds like a cash grabby spin-off.
Yeah.
It does.
Yes.
It does sound like one, but I think I want to see something first before I'm kind of make full judgment.
yeah, because now the script has only been written.
All right,
so
yeah. I'll
don't
Dead
know.
right.
blow my mind. Do
So-
something exciting and innovative with it.
Have you guys seen any good films lately?
I've seen like Glass.
Glass?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think of Glass?
I liked it, but like I have also read some reviews, and like they have all kind of confirmed what I was thinking, that it's not really good, and it's not really like a good ending to the series, because like Unbreakable, which I haven't seen, but I have read like really good reviews on, was really, really good. And then I've seen Split, which
Okay.
I thought was also really good. I think
And did you read any really, really good reviews on Split?
on Split, yes.
Okay, I'm just
Also good
I'm
reviews.
making- I'm
Kind of
teasing
like
you, but-
mixed. As how I kind of saw it was like then Unbreakable, everyone thought was like the best, which I cannot confirm nor deny.
Unbreakable would be, I think, the best Shyamalan film.
Yes, and then Split, which was like still good, had some faults, but like not like the best. And then Glass, which was kind of just, I mean, it was okay to watch.
From what I can
But-
see, and I haven't seen the film, but I've read kind of a few things about it. The plot seems to be pretty wild. They do this whole thing midway through where they kind of shift who the story is following. They kind of take the three characters you think it's about, and you go, well, it's not about them anymore. It's about these other group who are fighting an enemy and a hidden power that up until now you literally had no idea existed.
Absolutely,
And
yes.
therefore, so that seems a bit kind of cheap. I don't know. Seán, have you seen anything?
No.
No, you've been having a hard time even getting enough sleep and banging around college and work and all that.
Yeah.
You're dead right.
Yeah, I don't know if
We'll
I've
see
time
something
for. Oh,
soon.
do you know what I did see though? Finished Always Sunny season 13. That's not a movie.
Oh,
but
very good.
Sunny You season 13 is fantastic. And
It's
I thought they were no longer going to be on Netflix, but once I saw they were on Netflix, I instantly started binging
absolutely.
them.
I'd say it's
Yeah.
probably the second best season they've ever done.
It is absolutely hilarious.
Hilarious.
Stuff. Yeah, it really is.
Anywho, that's not really a movie, and
I
we are here to
saw-
talk about movies.
That's a lovely little. I don't really know what to call it, but it's a nice little shimmy you did there.
Well, I was actually listening to Spotify's Throwback Thursday playlist today
Yeah.
because when it was like
Oh, is
10
that kind
years
of like
old
some
songs today.
Shakira type.
It was Jai Ho is 10 years old this year.
Congratulations,
Who's
Jai Ho,
that?
on his 10th
Jai Ho,
birthday.
the song from Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh.
Jai Ho, and they got the Pussycat Dolls to
Dead right.
do it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good on them.
How was
And,
the favorite, Rob?
I saw The Favourite. The Favourite was absolutely fantastic. I was really taken
which
with it.
is nominated.
Yes, it's
an
nominated for a good
Oscar?
few awards this year.
Production was made in
Yeah,
Ireland. Done in Ireland.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Production company is
Element
Irish.
Pictures is
We
the
talked about it
production
last week.
company. Yeah. No, I know.
Yes.
I know, but you're saying it, and you're kind of staring me down the eyes. Absolutely, no, I'm fully aware. Thanks. And I saw it. It's very good. Really, really good lead. Olivia Colman, the lead, is absolutely superb in it. on an emotional level, she's very good. But then even later on in the film, there's a lot of kind of physicality to the performance because she goes from early on having a problem with her leg, and she has to kind of carry presence, not only acting as a queen, so she has to have real presence in kind of a courtroom and stuff, but also in a bed and with a cast on her leg and sitting in a chair. At various points in time, she has to, be really kind of commanding and then also show a great vulnerability as well. And she manages that very well. She also, later on, not to kind of give too much of the film away, but she has a physical problem. She's a stroke. And so half her face has to be obviously very still and unmoving as she kind of talks and gives her full performance out the other side. I thought a really, really astounding performance. She's up for Best Actress. Is she, Claudia? You're stifling a laugh there.
I think she is up for the Best.
We think she might be.
Out of 5 reels, how much would you give it? How much would you rate it?
I'd give it a good 4.
Really?
Yeah, I'd give it 4. I thought it was really, really, really good.
I would give, for anyone that's asking, I would give 2.5.
2.5?
2.5 rails? To what? Why would you give 2.5 rails?
2.5.
Glass.
To glass.
I will mute your mic if you don't get your act together.
I have a very funny meme.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
We're going to take a brief break.
Slap a song on
break
there,
now.
as well.
We're going to go for a song, and while you guys are listening to that, Seán is going to show us all a very, very funny little note. This is John Mayer, New Light. Seán is after showing us an absolutely tremendous meme.
It was a tremendous meme. It came up on my phone while you were talking, and I tried so hard not to laugh at it, but then I was like, I look like I'm having some sort of fit over here.
Yeah.
So I gave it to Claudia to look at, and then Claudia laughed as well, and then it was too much.
Can I just say that the song New Moon was my most played song on Spotify for 2017, and I just love it so much.
Thanks for saying that.
No, I'm happy for you.
That's absolutely stellar.
Like necessary information.
So will we fly into
trivia?
Probably the best segment.
Roses riddles.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
That was kind of sad.
Let's go. That was awful. I'll do better next week.
So, as both of you know from speaking to me today, I'm very tired. And I'm just like, I'm like, blech. Just having one of those like, blech days.
Okay,
so, my theme for movies for this week was just terrible movies because I just felt terrible. Okay. So I was like, you know what? I'll get movies to match my
I think I might have an edge in terrible movies.
I think you do.
Yeah.
So you might get it this week, but then again, I tried to make it difficult because I knew you'd have an edge on it.
Are both films Freddy Got Fingered?
Rob, I really hope you don't reference Freddy Got Fingered anymore.
Guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to have everyone over. We're going to do a big night in my house. I'll get pizza and we'll have a few drinks. I'm slapping it on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to put in my earphones and just listen to New Moon.
Anyway, everyone will be chained down to their chairs.
Who?
Yeah.
Because we've only got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go first?
I went first last week.
Claudia, you're first. Film 1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
Good choice.
Your film is the... Now, what I've done here is put down... Okay, it's the 2009...
Oh, God.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh.
I have not seen this movie.
Oh, you are missing out.
A treat.
So, once again, just to run through the rules for both of you. The rules is, I am going to give out 3 pieces of trivia. There is 2 truths and 1 lie. You need to find the lie in the trivia I am giving you.
Dead right.
Okie dokie.
That's
so, Claudia, trivia number 1. The film was mostly shot in an abandoned jeans factory in Durango, Mexico. Trivia number 2, and I apologize now because I'm about to butcher this name. Akira Toriyama, the original creator of the Dragon Ball Z series, said that the movie was, a quote, the worst thing to happen to Japanese art. Trivia number 3. George Lucas was considered to direct this film back in 2002.
This is very difficult.
Yeah.
To speed the whole thing up, I'm just going to guess, as I always do. So I think the first one is...
The Jeans Factory.
Yeah, and I think that one, yeah, sure. Why not? I think the second one is false.
Do you think that that's not a quote from Akira Toriyama?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about trivia number 3, George Lucas?
I think, yeah, it could possibly, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to lock your answer in. Number 2 is a lie.
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations, Claudia. Second week in a row, you have got the lie. Great, you're correct. So it
I love
was
that.
filmed in an abandoned jeans factory. They used green screens and blue screens to do everything.
Yep.
Um,
When Sean says everything, by the way, if you've seen the film, he means
everything.
absolutely everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so little actual
Actual
footage
work
this film.
involved in
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Trivia number 2. Don't really know what Akira Toriyama said about it. He might not have said anything. And trivia number 3.
Let's be
George
honest, though,
Lucas.
he probably wasn't happy, but he probably kept his mouth shut.
Probably got a lot of money just to keep quiet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, so and George Lucas was considered back in 2002. So, Rob, your film.
Let's
Yay,
go.
I'm happy.
I'd like to pick film number 2.
Oh, that's actually really good because that's Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh,
I just did that with Claudia, so
I'd
you
like
probably
to
know
pick
the answer.
film number 1. please.
Okay. Your film is the 2010 Birdemic. Have you seen it?
Have I seen? Yes, I've certainly seen Birdemic.
Phenomenal.
Several times.
It's a great movie, Claudia.
It's phenomenal.
So, trivia number
It's
1.
the same as The Happening. It all just happens because
Oh, it sounds like
they're-
The Happening. I've actually
the
seen
birds are
Happening.
pissed off about global warming. It's fantastic. Let's go.
Very good. Trivia number 1. Many of the credits for crew are actually fake. They were
Yes.
added in later. Trivia number 2. Whitney Moore, the lead actress, auditioned for her role in a high school parking lot. And trivia number 3. James Nyagian,
James Wynn.
is that how you
That's
pronounce
how you pronounce it, yeah.
N-G.
Yeah, it caught me off guard as well. I think that name is pronounced Wynn, but let's go on.
Anyway,
The
James, that guy,
Yeah.
spent 9 years in production for the movie.
I do not believe she auditioned in a car park because I think he was producing the film forever as a passion project of his. And I know that certainly a ton of the credits are fake because they're all actually things he did.
Okay, so you are locking in trivia number 2.
Yeah, I'm prepared to be wrong, but I think I might. I hope I got it.
Well,
right.
Rob, you are wrong for the second
Oh
week
my
in a row.
god! What?
I love
Many
that I
of
won
the
again.
credits were fake. They were added in
Yeah.
because
Sweet
the
winning.
production was so small.
Mm-hmm.
Trivia 2, Whitney Moore. She did audition. It was
Yeah.
her high school parking lot.
Oh, that's absolutely.
She
appalling.
originally she was the makeup artist, but because the lead actress dropped out, Whitney became the lead actress.
Yeah.
And trivia number 3, he spent 4 years.
4. I should have thought that 9 was
Yeah.
a bit long.
Yeah.
I knew he spent a long time, and that's why I thought, the high school is the only one I hadn't heard of. Well, close anyway. For anyone who really wants a really, really terrific bad film to see, with awful little JPEG birds, almost like a clip art things just
Oh,
flying
they are
around
clip
in the
art. They're
sky.
just 2 pictures of birds.
They're
Wings up,
absolutely
wings
dire.
down.
Yeah.
It's a great
It's art.
movie. Yeah.
The thing is art. If you wanted to make a bad film, you couldn't. You wouldn't have the courage to put it out.
I especially love when the forest bursts into flames for no reason.
Yeah. Well, the birds start dive bombing. They go off like fighter jets.
Yeah.
They start insane.
Makes sense.
Well, that was Rose's Riddles. Once again, Claudia's gotten the better of me this week. That's unfortunate, but there's
Yay.
always next
Second
week.
in a row. I feel
and
like
hopefully,
we're rushing my poor segment, and it's not doing it justice because I could really hype it up. But look, these things
I think
happen,
it speaks for
alright?
itself as well. I don't think you need a hype man, Sean. I
No,
think you're
Yeah.
saying-
it's
It's
like
the
the
same
Mona
thing.
Lisa. You know, you don't need to tell people it's in a little room on its own because people know it's in a little
That's
room on
right.
its own.
So going on the coming week, this is going to air on Friday. Next week, we're starting an award season during our screenings. So we're going to have First Reformed playing on Wednesday, which is up for an Oscar or 2 this year, I believe. On Thursday, we have also a table quiz next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
our
very nice.
Film Sock table quiz is on next Thursday. And coming soon, we're going to have news about the Film Sock Oscars event. If anyone wants to be at a late night screening of the Oscars with board games, catering, red carpet, photos, Oscars bingo, and a few other kind of events to be announced, including prizes for picking the winners and such, definitely keep an eye out. We're going to be putting it out in Film Sock emails, and we're going to be doing our best to have a really, really fun night.
It's gonna
here
be
on
lit.
campus. It hopefully
Absolutely.
will be
Absolutely.
lit within, of course, the
Lit
necessary
AF.
guidelines.
Well, yeah, in between school guidelines.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to keep it all kosher.
Any hoosticles?
Thanks, everybody, for joining us this week.
Thank
Do you
you.
guys have anything else
Thank
to add?
you.
Pip pip doodly doo.
Dead right. So for me, Rob.
Oh, for me, Sean, you nodded at me, and I looked at Claudia to give the answer.
Okay. Well, I'll be Rob. So for me, Rob.
For me, Claudia.
For
and
me, Sean.
Dead right. Thanks so much for coming on
Do the pun. Do the
to
pun.
Real Talk. I've
was
never actually done a
confused by-
proper one.
confused
This
by the
week you
last
get a
one.
proper one. Thanks for listening to Real Talk on Flirt FM. And right now we're going to play us out with an Irish artist, LaBoom.
That was dirt, Rob. You didn't even do a pun. I'm going to give out while the
Seal
microphone.
talk, where we talk about seals every week. Keep your
yeah.
bottles closed with a nice